What's up all you basement dwelling losers, and welcome to this video. I found this game on PlayStation Now, and although I had never really heard of it, I really felt like checking it out. It's basically an action RPG but with mice, rats and other animals instead of humanoids creating the story. You're a mouse named Tylo who is captured by some rats and thrown in a dungeon. Your wife, Mara, got separated from you, and it's up to you to find your wife and break out of prison. It started off pretty smoothly as I found a note with my cell key attached to it laying around in my cell. Well, props to the security detail in this fantasy environment. I opened my cell door to find a guard patrolling the place, and he could have easily caught me if it wasn't for the tutorial prompt to show up. And so I hid in the nearest chest, and the guard was pretty chill with my cell door being open and me being gone. I found a frog fully chained up in another cell, and I can't help but wonder if there's already someone who made a weird fanfic about this. I mean, it's 2022 and no fetish seems too weird anymore. Anyway, he told me to get lost unless I took one of the guards' booze away, because apparently nasty things happen when the guards get too drunk. Lo and behold, the guard was at the end of the hallway looking like a person who didn't look after their drink well enough and let it get spiked. It was at this point that I decided that my best option would be to throw an empty bottle at his face and then grab his bottle full of alcohol after. The frog thanked me for this and told me a little bit more about the dungeon we were kept in. He told me to go to the next area of the dungeon by passing a door, which somehow took me way too long to find. It's a mouse on an adventure. Fucking hell. Screaming door key to your cell. But I saw the screaming door beforehand, but I don't know where it is now. This is where I came from. This is where it all started. Tonight is gonna be a jailbreak. Yellow bug. Yellow bug, you laddie. Oh my god. The rat almost woke up. I eventually did find the door and I went to the next part. I got a bit too enthusiastic about this and I ran right into the arms of another enemy. That dude eventually killed me and I had to redo this section for now. Luckily, I now knew where he was and I could wait for him to walk off. When I got to the next section, I again really didn't know where to go. This is an apparent theme and it really helps with the immersion, as dementia is always right around the corner and strikes you when you least expect it. I found out that I could pick up a stool and put it in some random place myself, so I did just that. I found the right spot and I got the key I needed to progress. I walked towards the edge of a cliff and I saw an open drawbridge. The drawbridge was apparently damaged quite a bit, and luck would have it that it was easily manipulated by throwing my wood at it. I found myself in yet another situation and I had to try over and over again, eventually losing my patience for a bit. What's happening though? What the fuck, man? I threw it on him 3 fucking times, man. After a little break, I went back into the game and found my way around this part. I got into this cute little courtyard and I thought I was almost done with the first section of the game. The rat blacksmith that I found in the courtyard turned out to be a pretty nice guy, and he basically told me anything I asked for if I at least paid for it. Once I ran out of money, he gave me the option to do a small fetch quest for him and get his smith's hammer back. He instantly claimed 2 mice stole it, which was a little racist. But I still went ahead with it. And it's strange how much you can forgive someone if you need something from them. The sketchy rat was also holding a hammer all throughout our conversation, but even that didn't deter me from helping him. After looking around for a while, I found that this castle was a lot bigger than I expected. Also, I'm getting a lot of Soulsborne vibes from this game, which is pretty funny considering you're playing as a little mouse. Oh! I almost got killed again, but luckily I found a tunnel to hide in. Someone clearly tried to escape this prison before me, and the guards were kind enough to hide the tunnel with an empty barrel instead of fixing the gaping hole in the wall. I then found the 2 mice suspected of stealing the smith's hammer, and it so happens that they were plotting an escape as well. They told me that they needed some stuff before they could escape, and of course, I told them that I'm the right mouse for the job. This second fetch quest had me wandering around for longer than I expected, and again I got lost in the labyrinth that is this castle. Eventually I had more luck and I found their old cell, in which they left their stuff. But due to me having the attention span of a small fried potato, I wasn't sure if this was the right place. I then accidentally moved a chain hanging from the wall, which made me realize that I was actually doing the right thing for once. I did the puzzle that was handed to me by the mice and I found the items that I was looking for. I was very happy about this and I went back to the mice to finally get some experience points out of this. But they weren't really satisfied though, and they had me perform for them. I realized that what I was doing wasn't my main objective, and I looked in my quest log to see what the game actually expected of me. ADHD is a great thing in some cases, but it isn't when you have to focus on just about anything. The quest log told me to climb some watchtower and find out who helped me escape. I first stopped at the blacksmith's to acquire a map of the place, and I then proceeded to climb the watchtower. I expected to find my wife there, but sadly there was a rat gone rogue who told me that in order to escape, I had to infiltrate the ranks of the enemy and talk to the dear rat leader. It felt kind of counterintuitive, but the rogue rat let me sleep in his bed, and bunk buddies need to trust each other. The rogue rat instructed me to find some armor that was scattered around the castle, because it would make me incognito. I would look like a little dwarf rat and not like the filthy little mouse all these rats are so obsessed about. Luckily, my stupid ass got lost so many times that I already found a few pieces of armor, and I only needed to find 2 more items. Still, it seemed like I was still a long way off. The last instructions the rogue rat gave me was to head towards the frog from the very beginning of this game and ask him whether or not he had seen a patrol lately. Surprise, he did. The rats went into the sewers because that's what they tend to do, and I could easily follow them. That is, if the door to the sewers wasn't locked. And then the frog proceeded to shit out the key, and I had to retrieve it from his chamber pot. I wish I was lying, but sadly I'm not. Top tier gaming moment that was. I soon found out that the sewers were an even more difficult part of the map, and I decided that now was the time to stop playing and recording. If you wish to see more of this content, let me know in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. I upload occasionally, and I don't follow a schedule, but this way you'll know when I upload something new. I sincerely hope you liked this video, and I'd like to see you again in the next one. Don't die, little friend. No, no, no. Don't die, die. No, 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 no. Don't die, don't die.